I'm the greatest woman of all time.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Told the world I'm the greatest woman of all time.
The drama surrounding women in combat sports has always carried a unique intensity, but every so often, that intensity spills past confidence and turns into spectacle. What begins as bravado, performance, or self-belief can quickly morph into disrespect,
And you're gonna learn mine.
provocation, and ultimately consequences that unfold in front of a live audience. This story is not about technique breakdowns or scorecards. It is about ego, intimidation, and the fine line between selling a fight and losing control of it. From theatrical entrances to exaggerated taunts, these moments show how quickly the spotlight can turn unforgiving when aggression outweighs discipline. It often starts before the first punch is thrown. A fighter declares herself the greatest of all time, holds up imaginary shields, or paces the cage with exaggerated swagger, signaling to the world that fear is not part of her vocabulary. The crowd reacts immediately, feeding the energy, and the opponent stands across the ring absorbing every gesture. Sometimes this posturing works. Other times, it lights a fuse. Combat sports reward confidence, but they punish arrogance with brutal efficiency. The moment the bell rings, reputation means nothing. Timing, composure, and control take over.
Seem to think she'd have a oh, and again! She did just walk it.
Lorena then needs to wait, you know. Jumping knee, really good. With that knee.
And the fighter who spent more time performing than preparing often finds herself overwhelmed. In several of these moments, intimidation attempts collapse almost instantly. A glare turns into a rushed exchange. A taunt is answered with a clean knee to the body or a sharp counter that silences the theatrics.
싱글할까 하나 outplazano. Whoa!
The crowd senses the shift right away. What was meant to be dominance becomes desperation. A fighter dances during her ring walk, borrowing bravado from legends who made it famous before her, forgetting how often those stories ended with humiliation. The performance becomes louder as the effectiveness fades, until the cage itself seems to close in. Showboating in combat sports.
Вот чуть не подхватила сейчас кик и упала после этого Сиана.
Проваливает Сиана, да, перекрывает. Да, все!
Буквально за минуту Сиана в нашем деле 3-0. Уничтожил. Или не плачет. Ну, в общем, расстроена точно.
Has a habit of accelerating defeat. Disrespect escalates when fighters blur the line between promotion and personal space. Nose-to-nose stare-downs turn physical. Foreheads grind. Hands shove. The referee warns, but the message is ignored. Inside the fight, that same lack of restraint becomes a liability. Clean shots land early. Blood appears. Rhythm never develops. A composed opponent senses vulnerability and unloads with precision, cutting angles, attacking the body, and forcing panic. Within seconds, damage accumulates faster than pride can recover. When the referee steps in,
자, 쓰러집니다. 잘 중단을 시킨 것 같습니다. 네.
자, 이렇게 되면서 3라운드로 경기는 끝이 났습니다.
the celebration belongs not to the loudest voice, but to the calmest execution. Some fighters bring a background that amplifies the spectacle. Those who transition from professional wrestling often arrive with built-in showmanship, dramatic gestures, and an instinct to play to the camera. The crowd loves it at first. The lights, the music, the confidence all suggest control. But mixed martial arts does not reward theatrics when fundamentals are missing. Disrespecting an opponent in this environment is an invitation. A quiet, disciplined fighter across the cage lets her fists speak instead. Counters land clean. Pressure builds methodically. Each exchange widens the gap between performance and reality. By the end, the contrast is undeniable. One fighter leaves having made a statement. The other leaves having learned a hard lesson. The most striking moments often come when size, hype, or pre-fight drama suggest imbalance.
And Dubois is looking to unload, and Kamara trying to dip at the waist. She needs to try and get a hobby his way this one over. And that's his...
A fighter talks big, dances, mocks, and leans heavily into intimidation tactics, assuming physical advantage will carry the night. But once the fight begins, technique dismantles size. Head kicks split the guard. Body shots sap confidence.
Submissive!
Wow!
Dirty boxing in the clinch breaks posture and pride at the same time. The satisfaction for viewers is unmistakable, especially when the disrespect was loud and public. Domination feels sharper when it is earned against arrogance. Not every collapse is dramatic in volume, but some are chilling in silence. A single mistake, a poorly timed clinch, a careless scramble against the cage, and suddenly an arm is trapped or a choke is locked in.
Every overhand.
Oh, wow.
What a fight.
That was a performance.
This is like David versus...
The fighter who spent the build-up mocking her opponent now taps quickly. Desperation replacing bravado. The belt grab during an interview, the post-fight dancing, the unnecessary antics all fade into the background once the result is permanent. Combat sports have a long memory, and footage does not forget. There are also moments when the psychological pressure alone breaks the fight. A competitor absorbs a heavy shot, backs away, and simply refuses to continue.
Head kick. Right when they were separating. Now gets the kick. Big body kick. Right followed by a punch.
Every single area.
Confusion spreads across the arena. The opponent stands ready, focused, while the other fighter signals she is done. No knockout highlight, no submission finish.
And it's all over just like that! Jamie Driver finished!
Just the unmistakable realization that intimidation works both ways. Rule 1 becomes clear very quickly. Never provoke someone who is prepared to answer decisively. Across all these encounters, the pattern repeats itself.
It's over.
Armbar, that's it. She tapped it. It's over. Hiro Batara gets the victory at Combate Classic.
Excessive aggression before the fight often masks insecurity. Disrespect fuels opponents who might otherwise fight cautiously. The fighters who thrive are rarely the loudest. They shrink distance intelligently, protect themselves at all times, and let pressure build naturally. When they strike, it is not emotional. It is calculated.
Right there, Sean, I'm telling you this, but something happens. Taylor Sterling wanted nothing to do with it.
The crowd may come for the drama, but it stays for the consequences. What makes these moments resonate is not the failure of confidence, but the exposure of imbalance. Combat sports demand control under chaos. They reward restraint just as much as ferocity. When that balance is lost,
Nice right hand. Kota Dichava!
the cage becomes brutally honest. Every feint, every taunt, every unnecessary movement is paid for in real time. These fights remind everyone watching that there is no shortcut to dominance. There is only preparation, respect, and execution. In the end, the spectacle fades, but the lesson remains. The line between confidence and disrespect is thin, and once crossed, it often leads straight into danger. The fighters who learn this early build careers. The ones who do not become cautionary clips replayed endlessly. The drama surrounding these moments is entertaining, but the consequences are real, immediate, and unforgiving. If you made it this far, ask yourself which moments crossed the line and which fighters earned their dominance the right way. Do you think showboating has a place in combat sports, or does it always come at a cost? Let me know what stood out to you the most. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy deep, story-driven breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss what happens when confidence turns into consequence.